The Galactic Council prided itself on knowledge. Its libraries stretched back tens of thousands of years, cataloging every species, every war, every discovery. No secret was too obscure, no civilization too forgotten. Or so they believed. That illusion shattered the day scholar Varix brought the scriptures. He entered the council chamber with trembling claws, the dusty archives cradled in his arms. The chamber's 100 representatives, scaled, feathered, and chitinous, fell silent as he placed the ancient tablets upon the hollow stand. These records, Varix rasped, are older than the council itself. They come from the ruins of the Valkyrie, a civilization extinguished long before our rise. The hollow screens flared to life, translating alien script into words every delegate could understand. And there, repeated across centuries of scripture, was a single name. Human. Murmurs spread. The word meant nothing to most. But to a few. Elders of species whose oral tradition stretched back into myth, the name carried weight. Fearful weight. What are these? Humans, demanded Counselor Tarlis of the Dravani. No record exists of them in our star maps. Scholar Varix hesitated. His voice dropped low. Because they were erased. Entire archives purged. Systems quarantined. The Valkyrie warned us not to awaken them. The chamber erupted. Laughter, disbelief, scorn. The council did not fear legends. But then the hollow translated a passage in full. Beware the children of the death world. They walk unarmored where others perish. They craft weapons from nothing. They do not yield, even when broken. They will burn the stars themselves before they kneel. If the humans rise again, the galaxy shall tremble. Silence followed. Counselor Varix's hands shook as he scrolled further, revealing sketches etched into stone. Crude depictions of bipedal creatures, upright, forward-eyed, weapons in hand, fire at their backs. The drawings radiated menace even after untold ages. Counselor Rhakesh of the Sarati hissed. This is superstition. A Deathworlder species long gone. Nothing more. But Counselor Velrin of the Ketheri, whose people still bore scars from forgotten wars, spoke softly. My ancestors tell stories of fire ships. They say they came from nowhere, struck like predators, and vanished again. We thought them fables. Yet these figures, his voice faltered. These are them. The chamber grew uneasy. And then the final scripture appeared. Should the council seek dominion through cruelty, should chains be forged upon the innocent, beware, for the humans shall return. Their wrath is patient, but eternal. The delegates froze. Because even as the words appeared, reports began streaming in from the outer colonies. A new fleet had been sighted. Black, angular ships of unfamiliar design. Ships that ignored the council's patrols, striking slavers and dismantling them with surgical brutality. Survivors spoke of warriors with bare faces, eyes like predators, voices harsh but resolute. One word spread with them, whispered in awe and fear. Human. Panic rippled through the chamber. Were they truly back? How had they survived extinction? And worse, why had they returned now? In the chaos, Scholar Varix whispered the final line of the scripture, barely audible over the din. They do not return as conquerors. They return as reckoning. At that moment, the chamber doors opened. The council guards froze as a figure stepped inside. Not scaled, not feathered, not armored in chitin. Flesh, blood, muscle. Upright, forward-eyed, gaze unflinching. A human. He carried no weapon, yet every counselor recoiled. He walked to the center of the chamber, his boots striking the marble floor with echoes of inevitability. His voice was steady, cutting through the silence like a blade. You wrote us into your scriptures. You tried to erase us from your history. But you could not erase what we are. We warned you once, long ago. He looked at each counselor in turn, and not one dared meet his gaze. We are humanity. And we have returned. The council, once the masters of the galaxy, understood their blunder too late. Because the scriptures had not lied. Humanity had endured. Humanity had risen again. And now, their reckoning had come.